Hello, everybody. This is Keith, and today is Thursday, May 8th, 2025. And we are back for another episode of Bricks and Beyond, a creator showcase series. Third attempt here. Let's get Cody in here. Okay, the app has been updated, so hopefully this works. Cody!
Miracle. Oh man,
It's fine. As I was told in the chat, it's fine.
it's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's on fire.
Okay, you
It's
know what?
fine.
This is fantastic. So I've had 39 of these, and maybe like I had a wrinkle here or there. But last week I had an issue, and then this week now I have to remember to tell people that they have to follow me. They have to update their app, and they also have to. There's something else, but now I lost my list. I got to write this stuff down so now I can remind people what they have to do. So, but last week
Oh crap!
I
I
had
need
an
to mute that.
issue.
Oh
Oh,
Jesus!
yeah.
No.
Now I have to remember to tell.
I'm like I was trying to get it to load on the computer too, but you can't
No,
join a
no,
live apparently.
nope, nope. You can't. I don't know why.
Lame.
I That's it. I got to remind people that too. So, how are you today? Other than that, how are you?
I'm good.
Busy?
Crazy madness. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you taking the time today. I know you're a busy guy, and I feel bad that I didn't know to ask you, to make sure your app was updated. So noted for the future. So
Well, the Android decided to do an update
mhm,
a day ago,
okay,
and they're trying to be more
I
like iPhones, and so
see.
like my whole interface is weird now too. So I'm
Okay,
like, what is
well,
happening?
somebody I can't remember. I can't remember who it was, but somebody did say you are an Android user, and so I said, well, that tends to be the first problem there. So.
Yep. It's fine now. Just had an update.
I like that. I like that catchphrase, though. It's fine because at the end of the
It's
day,
fine.
something like
Everything's
this
fine.
literally is fine. So it is what it is. So,
That's the fire fingers, like the meme. It's the fine fingers. It's fine.
oh gosh. So in my first attempt to go here, I had a beautiful introduction for you. So I'm just gonna do a
Nice.
little rundown for anybody who is rewatching this. I'm pretty sure everybody here knows you that's watching right now. So this would be a
Great
rewatch.
news. First
So
try.
so you are. Co-founder, is that what we'll use? Founder, co-founder of not only Brick Slopes but BBG Forge. So those are we'll call them your babies, your things that you run, manage, you're responsible for. Um, for anybody rewatching, we're all telling him to take the iPhone leap, and I would I'll hop on that train too. So
Out. Good night, everybody.
yeah, have a good one. Oh, oh man, it's funny because when you're so used to having something, like it's not even like something that's on your mind daily until something like this pops up, and then
Totally.
that's when all the comments come out. So I get you. So
Well, and to be perfectly honest, I have 4 Instagrams right now, and my Instagram's been crashing like every day. I try to do a post,
I
it
get it.
crashes. I do a story, it
Yeah,
crashes.
yeah.
Like,
Well, what would we do without social media, right?
I know, right?
Well, so how's your week going? Any big plans coming up this week?
Yeah, it's crazy. We're actually Utah's getting its fourth
Okay. Yep.
Lego store.
Okay.
And so immediately after this, I have to drive up to the Lego store to set up a
Okay.
display.
Nice.
So that's the exciting thing. So the next 2 days I'll be up at the Lego
Okay.
store.
So
So
is the display you're doing, is it your own or is it part of the lug that you're doing?
yeah, so our Utah lug here is doing a
Oh,
display.
nice.
So
Okay. Yep.
yeah.
Yep. It's nice because we have a couple cases in Pittsburgh where they let us change stuff out during the holidays. And
Oh yeah. The window
yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yep. Yep. And it's always so funny that when you go to the store and like you see random people walking by and you're like, oh, I want that set, and you're just thinking, nah, it's not a set. Yeah.
Nope.
So in your half of the country, obviously we're going in the summer now. So what's the Utah climate like?
Today was actually really nice. It was like 78 degrees. It was pretty
Okay.
warm for May.
Okay.
So it was quite toasty this afternoon. It's probably the nicest day we've had.
Now are
It actually rained all last
That's
week,
how it was, yeah.
almost every
Yep.
day.
That's
So,
how
but
for us too. Now are you by any like lakes or anything by you where you live?
kind of, yeah, ish. I'm a little southwest or southeast of
Okay.
Utah Lake. So kind of close, but
Now
yeah.
the Lego store that's opening, is that will
Mhm.
that's the closest one that will be to you?
That will be the closest to me.
Okay.
I've been driving since 2013 is when we got our first one in Utah. And I've been driving an hour every
Okay.
time to go there. Now it's like a half
Oh,
hour.
that's nice.
So half the
Definitely.
time.
Yeah, nice. Okay, good. All right. Well, so since we were a little delayed, I don't want to hold you up too because I know you got a
You're
lot
good.
going on after. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get right into the things here. So,
No worries.
so obviously we're both in the Lego community here, but my goal for these is to give people the opportunity who already don't know you the opportunity to know you. So got a couple things I want to dive in here on a personal level, and then we'll get into some Lego chat. So,
Sounds good.
all right. So as we stated, you are in Utah. Now, are you
Yep.
a what do they call you guys out there? Utonians or Utahians or Utes? Utahns.
Google,
Okay. Okay.
Yukon.
So
Yeah.
are you a lifelong Utahn or have you been anywhere else during your life?
I mean, I've been many
Okay.
places, but I lived, born and bred, and lived
Okay.
here my whole
Okay.
life. So,
So you
yeah,
have not lived anywhere else. You've traveled but not lived anywhere else.
traveled a lot. Haven't lived
Okay.
anywhere else. Yeah.
Any any reason that you never ventured out or just always felt like no reason to?
I mean, I don't know. I travel so much that it was like I went to go see the places I wanted to see, but it's like you grow up there and then you just go through all the
Sure.
motions, right? You grow
Yeah.
up there, you go to college there, you get married there, you have kids
Yep.
there, your family's
Yep.
there.
I get you. I get you.
That's kind of the,
Yeah.
oh yeah, the Mormons.
Yeah.
Yes, Jody, there are a lot of Mormons in this land. Mormons.
uh, well, I get so I live near Ohio, and I get put into the Amish community a
Amish
lot. So,
to the beard.
yeah, I
The
mean,
beard.
yeah, the mustache is different, but yeah, I mean, I still get the Amish comments. So, yeah.
I couldn't pull the boon. I
Oh,
couldn't do the
yeah,
boon how he does
that's
it.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, any siblings?
Yeah, I have so two blood brothers that are younger and then a half brother and a half sister.
Okay.
So four
And they're
siblings.
all younger than you?
They are all younger than me. My sister's 19 years younger
Oh,
than
wow.
me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
So that dynamic that you had growing up, what was it like with your siblings growing up compared to how are you guys now?
So my one younger brother, he goes by Fire Bear.
Okay.
He and I did a lot of stuff together and we played Lego a lot together, but our younger brother Trent would always like take the heads off my minifigs and stuff like that. It made me crazy. Like he was always rearranging the
Okay.
minifigs, which I couldn't handle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and then my half brother, I was 13-ish when he was
Okay.
born, and so I was a teenager and he
Yeah.
was just like
Yeah.
a little baby.
Yep.
And I was there for a couple years, but then I went to college, so I didn't even really grow up with my
Yeah.
sister
Sure.
either. So
Okay. Yep. So then, so now that you guys are older, do you see each other a lot, or would you say
yeah,
you're more in common with one
so
more than another?
my the baby brother Connor, he's actually just in Provo, which is fairly
Okay.
close to me, so I see him occasionally. Fire Bear actually moved out to California. He's been selling solar out
Oh,
there.
nice.
He
Okay.
comes to Brick
Okay.
Slopes to help me
Nice.
usually. So he was just with me in Colorado. We road tripped out,
Okay.
and that was fun. My younger brother Trent, I don't see too often. And then my sister moved to Arizona for
Okay.
school, so she just started college things. So
Okay.
she's down there in the desert.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what part of Arizona?
She's just right by
Okay.
Gilbert,
All right. So it's
Phoenix,
hot, nice and hot now.
Mesa.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. Okay.
she likes the heat. she hates the snow. I get it. We've been here my whole life,
I
so I
get it.
get
Yeah.
it.
So do you get a lot of snow in Utah?
Oh
Because
yeah.
yeah, okay, that's what I thought you did, but is it the whole state or is it only like parts of the state that gets no?
It's the majority of the state. I mean, St. George is at the bottom of
Mhm.
Utah, and that they usually don't get too much snow. It's like a skiff,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
But with the whole climate change weirdness, it's been getting a little cooler,
Okay.
and down south has been getting a little more
Okay.
snow. And
Gotcha.
yeah,
Well, we are prepared for snow. I mean, I
yeah.
don't. So I'm just going to ask, how long's the beard been growing for?
I at least eight
Okay.
years ish. I've always had facial hair, so I used to have a goatee a
Okay.
lot, and I've wrapped here. I've had just the
Yep.
chin strap, but I've always had some form of facial hair. I've never not had something.
Can you imagine yourself clean shaven?
No, that would be, there's some serious consequences if that were to happen. So,
I made my son cry. Was that last year or 2 years ago? Yeah, he literally bawled. He saw me and he's like, "Put it back on." It's just
yeah, there was one Halloween, probably, I don't even know, like
uh
15 plus years ago. I did actually go all the way down to
okay.
nothing. And my wife at the time was like, no, never
No.
again will this happen. She's like, this was the worst plan ever. So,
You
but
know,
yeah, I'll never shave. I mean, I'll
yeah,
trim, but I'll never be baby faced
yeah,
again. It's,
I'm with you on that one. You know, the
I
only
actually lasered this
oh, did
part
you?
because
Oh,
I
interesting.
lost
Okay,
it here.
okay,
I lost, but then, it grows on the side, which I
yeah.
hate. So I had it lasered, but what they don't tell you is when you laser it, if it turns white, they can't laser it
Oh,
anymore.
interesting. Okay,
So I actually just had to go get it shaved
okay.
off today because we were doing the thing. I wanted to be pretty, so make sure the dome was
Ready for your
shiny.
close up.
Mhm.
You know, the only thing I will complain about a beard, it's very hard to do Halloween costumes. Like you can do the typical Halloween costumes with a beard, but other than that, there's not a lot to choose from. So it makes it kind of
No,
frustrating sometimes.
you
So
don't almost have to wear like a face
yeah,
mask, but those are usually
yeah.
too hot.
Ooh,
It's not
ooh,
worth
can you
it. And
imagine itchy
then,
beard with a face mask on? Poof.
yeah,
Yep, no thanks.
yeah. The last 2 years I did easy things. So like last year was cruise ship Cody,
Okay,
full flamingo
nice.
suit, captain's hat. It was great.
Uh,
Year before that I did not the 80s workout guy with a beard.
okay.
So
So basically,
I don't know.
you can do whatever you want. It's just with a beard.
Generic,
Yeah.
generic
Okay.
things.
All right. So, I know this is awful to say, but let's just pretend Lego didn't exist for a minute. Um, what other hobbies or interests did you have as a kid?
Um, oof.
That's a fair
uh,
response.
no, yeah, I did. The only other hobby I was really into, like pretty hell bent, I was like, I want to be a paleontologist because
Okay.
of Jurassic
Oh
Park.
yeah. Okay.
Came out in
Yeah.
'93. I love dinos. Love me some
Yep.
dinosaurs.
Okay.
So, but that kind of fizzled out in college. I would say my hobby was collecting DVDs. Me and my buddy had like this competition.
Okay.
Be like, oh, I just bought five more. Oh, I just bought five more. I think I have like over 1,000 DVDs still, which is insane because now I never touch them because they're just on a shelf. You know,
Oh,
just
and the quality of a DVD now is probably so crisp. I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's weird to think that was like
yeah,
a hobby-ish,
I
but
actually did the same. I had whole racks of DVDs, and then they slowly transitioned into the Blu-rays, and then I think after Blu-rays, I quit because they just got too expensive. So
well, and then we went to all
yeah,
streaming. So
and
it's
then
like, why
yeah,
would I
yep,
do
uh,
that?
yeah, no, really, no point. So,
Yeah.
all right, so well, as a kid, would you have any memories in particular that you would say are like your top memories of your life growing up?
I mean, I would say definitely '93. Seeing
Okay,
Jurassic Park was a mind blowing,
sure.
life altering
Yeah.
experience.
Yep.
Um, I loved SeaWorld as a
Okay.
kid. I was all about that Free Willy life,
Yeah.
that movie, you get the tears like Free Willy. I'm trying to think of the non
Yeah.
Lego
Yeah.
things, right?
No. Yeah. No. That's no. It's hard. I know it's hard to. I always just like to try to jog people's memories because sometimes like they'll think of something like, "Wow, I didn't even really think about that."
I
So,
I loathe Circus Circus.
okay.
I
Okay.
was we were traveling as a family, I think, to California. We stopped at Circus Circus and ate at the buffet, and I had green Jello, which is a very Utah thing. And I ended up getting sick in the minivan.
Ah, lovely.
Green Jello
Oh,
is
oh,
bad time,
oh, fantastic. Okay.
and I will never go to Circus Circus ever again.
Yeah. That's a valid reason not to, I would say.
So yeah, those are some childhood core memory
Oh,
things, I
that's
think.
good. Well, okay, well,
Oh,
fair enough.
one more, the Great Salt Lake.
Okay.
I went there as a kid. It's obviously
Yeah.
a salt lake, like it's full of
Okay.
salt, and it's sulfury and smells horrible, and the bugs, like, oh my god.
Okay.
Ugh. So would not recommend.
Cody, what a memory there.
So all the non-Lego memories are
That's
bad
yeah, I was gonna
memories.
say well, hey, that shows your passion there. So any kiddos?
Yeah, I have three
Okay.
kids. So I have a teenager now, 13, my son, and then I have two daughters, 10 and
Okay.
7.
Oh
So
boy. So you have a girl coming up on the teen years coming up. So how's the teen years as a boy, or for a boy, I
uh,
should say.
he's so ornery, and I literally just had to pause his internet because I'm like, is this affecting my streaming? Which has happened before. So I
Oh,
just had to pause his
okay.
computer while we were logging on. So
Okay. All right. Well,
he's very grumpy.
he can.
Very grumpy.
Kids these days, they can find stuff to do, right? No,
What do you mean I can't have my screen time? What do you
no,
mean?
no Lego fans here in the house.
I have tried really hard because I had friends in the lug that had kids that would bring them to the
Yeah,
lug. I tried really hard not to force my Lego hobby upon
I see.
them.
Yeah, I
Uh,
get it.
my son actually loves Technic.
Okay.
He has the most expensive built
Okay.
set in the house that's built. He has the Lieberman yellow crane
Oh
he just
yeah,
got for
nice.
Christmas.
Okay.
I don't do Technic
Yeah.
at all. So it's a very obscure thing for me that he likes Technic because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate
Yeah.
Technic. Like, I'm like, no. My middle daughter, I bought her like Elsa's Castle. So I had a big set when I was a kid, and then I've been trying to get my kids one big
Oh,
set
nice.
at
Okay.
like the
Sure.
7-ish range. So his was actually the
Okay.
Apollo ship. It's shattered, and no, I don't know where it is now. My 10-year-old, she got Elsa's Castle. She didn't want to build it. She likes all the
Okay.
little bits, but doesn't really want to
Okay.
build. And then my 7-year-old actually likes to create and build, and she's
Oh,
more
good.
creative. And I have a few little tidbits here and there, but she's always like, I just
Okay.
want to build a set. And then I just want to build a set and move on to the next set. And I want to build another set. And
Oh,
yeah,
oh man,
so
you
kind of Lego fans, but not like,
yeah. That's
yeah.
three dynamics that you're working with there. Three drastic different dynamics there.
Oh,
God bless
very,
you.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
have one, and I can't imagine more than one. So
It's not fun being outnumbered for sure.
I get that. I get that. Well, hey, you manage people every day with what you do, so kids should be a walk in the park, right?
I,
See, that's the thing, though. You can't give the kids back, but you can give everybody else back. So that's
that's right. That's right.
all right. So let's get into some Lego chat here. So as you've clearly made it known, Lego was a massive part of your childhood. So, were you a bulk, like just brick type of kid? Like, did you have a bunch of brick, or did you have a lot of sets growing up?
Both actually. I started with basic brick, just like everybody. Well, everybody our age
Yeah, sure.
ish.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I found a couple old pictures recently that was like, oh, basic brick, and it literally said basic brick on the box, one of those white boxes, and like I had one of those traditional Lego buckets, like the
Oh yeah,
blue
the blue
bucket that
one.
had the
Ah, I
handle with,
had one of those.
you
Yeah.
know, yeah. So I had a lot of that. Obviously, the most influential childhood set was my one pirate ship that I got in
Okay.
'89.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody knows what it
And
is.
you know what? For those rewatching, I think we might get to see it in different capacities,
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah.
There it is.
Well,
Oh, look at that. Oh man, what a beauty.
it's a little rough in a few spots, but
Well, that's the
I don't
beauty
have
of
the string hanging down the middle with the
yeah, yeah,
bucket. I
yep,
don't know where the string is, but
yep.
it's it got all the
I
dust
mean,
and
that looks in really good shape for how many what year did that come out? Okay.
89.
So yeah,
So
that
yeah,
looks in really good shape.
this is pushing that almost 40
Yeah.
range. I guess it's your
Yeah.
age. It's
Yeah, I was
your
88,
age.
so yeah, year after. Yep. Now
Yeah. So
are you able I don't want to ask you to get in any uncomfortable position here, but if I'm not mistaken, for those that don't know, you do have this set in another form.
let's see if I can pull it. Turn it up there.
There it is. Look at that. Tattooed. I love it. That is fantastic. Now, what year did you get
So
that done?
actually I just got the ship, what, 3 years
Okay.
ago ish?
Okay.
It was not my first Lego tattoo, but it was the influential
Yeah,
set.
that's
So
awesome. I know. I don't know. I don't know what if I were to do a tattoo. I don't
too
know
dark.
which I would do.
Probably too
Uh
dark.
oh, is that the dragon?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. That's awesome. I love that. That's really
So
cool. Nice. So
that was actually my first one.
those are the two, so you have two Lego ones then.
I have four.
Four Lego ones. Oh, that's fantastic.
Or I have five? I don't know.
That's really
Shark.
cool.
That's my
Okay.
newest one.
Okay.
And then I've got this one for the kids because, I am their father.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh man. Now, are these all from the same tattoo artist? Because these are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And then me, Brian, and Ben all got matching
Oh,
ones,
that's
one brick slopes.
fantastic. Oh, that's hilarious. I love
So
that.
I have five. Is
Okay.
that right? Five, four, one, two, three, four, five. Yeah.
If I'm gonna get a Lego tattoo, I'm coming out to your person because those look incredible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Cole Kovac, he's up in Salt Lake at Anchor Inc. He does a great job.
okay.
So
Yeah, well, I'd shout out more because it well deserved. I mean that those are amazing. So thank you for sharing those. I didn't mean to have you bending and twisting in all those different ways, but
you're good. It's all good. I just got back from my daughter's tumbling, so
oh, okay.
it was
Well, you
there.
see, you got your practice in already.
Yeah.
All right. So, growing up, so you had, as you said, the sets. Now, what did you like to? Now, this is before our time of knowing what mock meant. What did you like to mock when you were younger?
Um, I did a lot of ships. I specifically had a memory of like building a ship that had like a cargo thing that opened
Okay.
from the bottom. Um, I built a lot of
Yep.
buildings. Like I really like
Sure.
architecture, so I always built like a Lego town. I always had my city. I still have all my original city.
Oh,
They're in
nice.
totes. I
Okay.
probably haven't touched them in 15,
Yeah.
20
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Yep. Well, maybe your interest will be sparked after tonight to go look.
Yeah, I still have them. I One of my favorite sets of all time also was like that little
Oh,
pizzeria, just that
yeah.
little tiny
Yeah.
pizzeria with the you open
Yep.
the shutters on the back, put in the
Oh, that's
pizzas. It had the little tiny box delivery truck in the back. You open the little
yep.
shutters, put the pizzas
Yeah.
in.
You
So
don't, and that's the thing. Big sets are not always, memorable. Just because they're big doesn't mean they're memorable. It
oh
could be
yeah.
the smallest things. So, all right. So you said, so the Lego that you had now, how did it get, was that your responsibility to pack it up and make sure that it was kept and not sent to a garage sale or given to Goodwill, or who kept
My
everything
mom was
together?
pretty good. Yeah, my mom was pretty good about keeping it all together. When I was a teenager, I ended up moving down with my stepmom
Okay.
and dad, and at that point, I just had everything in
Oh,
totes, and
nice. Okay.
I just, I mean, at that point, I was maintaining it myself. But yeah, I just always never got rid of my Lego. I
Yeah.
always had it. So
Yeah, I mean, for a guy that has five Lego tattoos, I would expect that you took care of your stuff. And
yeah, I, I'm, I definitely feel like Lord Business without the craggle. Like I want to keep it all
yeah,
together, right?
yep.
But I don't
Lord,
know. My mom was really good with the pirate ship because she would I would tear it apart. She'd
okay.
help me
Oh,
rebuild.
nice. Okay.
When I that was when I was really young, and like I got that when I was 7, and
Yeah,
so it's like she kept it together, which I've done a horrible job with my kids. Like my 7-year old, she got Gabby's dollhouse
yeah, yeah.
thing, the cat
Yep.
house thing, it's shattered into I don't even know where. I'm like, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Different times though. Different times.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
it's all in a tote.
Okay.
It's in a tote,
Okay.
and I'm just like, here you go. Well, yeah.
You know, you made a really interesting idea. I want to make a Lord Business minifigure with a beard,
There you
and then you
go.
can have your own. That should be your sig fig, Lord Business with a beard.
Yeah, I actually have a custom sig fig,
Okay.
which I don't have down here, but I do have a custom sig fig
Okay.
already
I expected
with
as such.
custom. Yeah, with custom print. I mean, it's mostly a gray beard now. There's a little brown here.
Yeah.
I did one where we had a swath of brown going down, but now I just have a little brown on the
Okay.
mustache,
All
and
right. Okay.
so
Well, I mean, with what you do, I expected you to have something fancy. So
yeah, yeah,
perks of the job, right?
totally, totally.
All right. So I'm assuming, as everybody, you probably had at least some portion of a Dark Ages. You didn't just fully plug on through.
Yeah, so I remember getting the um, pod racers in
Okay.
'01. So like all the classic Star Wars stuff that came
Yep.
out, and I got those right towards the end of high school, and then I went to college. And in college, I mean, I went to my grandparents' house. I had set up my Lego City,
Oh, nice.
and it just kind of
Okay.
sat. And then for a couple years, from like 2001 to I don't know,
Okay.
three-ish, 2 or 3 years, I had a Dark Age. When they had that really good castle line with the giant
Oh, yeah.
trolls, that's when my Dark Age was.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
the
Yeah. Of
worst,
course.
the
Yeah.
worst.
Now,
Uh,
are you sure your grandparents
so,
didn't do anything with the city? Like they didn't
mm-hmm.
enjoy it or play with it or anything like that? They just left it. Okay.
No, they had a ping pong
Wow.
table in their basement. I lived in the basement, and I just set it up on there, and
Gotcha.
I just kind of left it
Okay.
and didn't. It was there. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just put it all right here. And then college, and you're just like, it's there. People
Oh,
would
safe.
walk by, oh, you have
Safe.
Lego. I'm like, yeah, cool.
Oh, that's good. All right. So then, Dark Age, somewhat of a Dark Ages, we'll call it game. So
It was
what?
pretty short.
Yeah, I was gonna
It was
say
pretty
you're
short
probably
compared.
one of the shortest Dark Ages I've heard of. So
Yeah.
what pulled you back in like for good then?
Yeah. So let's see, what was it? Oh, well, so I started buying again, probably, you know, you start college, you start making
Yep.
money because you have to get a job and blah. And so it was probably in the realm of 2003 to 2005 ish. I was sort of buying, but not really buying. So I guess you could technically quantify it like that 4 year
Sure.
gap
Okay.
from 1 to 5,
Yep.
maybe. After I got married, though, we had built a house down in this land of Spanish Fork, and there's a Utah County Fair.
Okay.
And so we went over to the Utah County Fair, and there's like a Lego display in here. And I was like, what is happening? There is Lego all up in here, and all of this is crazy, not sets. And I'm like, what's going on? And so I started talking to these guys and met Utah
Okay.
Lug, and the rest they say is
Yeah.
history. So,
Now, are any of those guys that you first met, are they still in the lug?
oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah, a
Okay.
couple of them.
Okay.
So, but yeah, first comes Lug, then comes Lug Bulk, then comes Mox, and oh man,
Well,
yeah,
it's a good world to be in, isn't
yeah.
it? Can be
Now,
overwhelming sometimes, but
well, now I'm just Lego hoarder is the real.
well, yeah. So I know you. We talked chat about this a little bit the other day. So like you were a mock. Well, excuse me. Were you are always a mock builder, but kind of on the I don't want to say the back end. That's on pause right now because you have a lot going on. Um, but what did you enjoy making mock wise recently?
Oh, so last year I did build one mock.
Mhm.
It's this
Oh, look at that! So you're getting into that like what do you call that?
mosaic.
Yeah, mosaic. It almost looks like a greebling
So
effect here.
yeah, Kate Brick
Yeah,
Huntress did this like world
yeah. Okay.
thing with all the hands holding the world. So mine was the top
Oh,
corner.
nice. Okay.
So
Okay. I'll have to go back
that
and
was
look
the
at
last
that.
thing I built.
Okay.
And it actually, you can't, I say it a lot, but it actually says boop in
Oh,
tile.
I see it now. Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. Was that's
Boop.
funny. I can see that.
So everything that's not raised says boop.
Okay. Really
And then
neat.
everything else is slow.
That is really cool. I like that a lot.
So
Now, so how long does something like that? Because I've had a couple of mosaics people that I've talked to, and mind blown with the stuff that comes up. How long did something like that take you to do?
that one didn't take me long. That
Okay.
was quick and
Yep.
easy. Like
Okay.
half hour,
Nice.
nice and easy.
Yep.
So not too bad.
So now you are more into set building currently, correct?
As of yeah, the last couple of years I haven't built as much. I'm trying to get back into it, but the hoarder problem has really become out of control. So like there's mountains of Lego up
I
in
think
here and nowhere to real build.
I think you mean the investment building.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Because I have to like creep around boxes and stacks of things, like my stacks have
Yeah.
stacks, I definitely kind of feel like I could claim hoarder, Lego hoarder.
So
So,
basically, what you're telling me is if I see a house in Utah on hoarding buried alive, it
mhm,
potentially could be you under Lego sets.
yeah, yeah. I have a giant stack next to my bed that has like my Millennium Falcon, the Coliseum, the wow, the ship that got blown up in the one Star Wars one. Wow.
Well,
Wow. Mandalorian, the
okay.
Mandalorian ship. What's
I
his
was say I
ship?
didn't want to guess names because there's a lot of ships.
Yeah. There's the Harry Potter train. So that stack is right next to my bed. That'll be the stack that kills me in my sleep when there's an earthquake. So,
Is that the one you look at every night before you you close your eyes?
uh well, and then I have another stack in the other corner that's the prettier, the Razor Crest. Thanks, Megan. Wow.
Okay.
I was struggling hard. Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's another stack in the corner that I made a TikTok about and it was ridiculous. And yeah, that's just the bedroom stacks. And then there's, stacks down here that are scary too. So,
So I was gonna ask you if you buy a set and build it or if you buy and it sits, but what I'm gathering is you buy it and it sits. That's my guess.
the majority of the time,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, I've been building a lot more smaller stuff. Like I just built the Triceratops
Oh yeah.
skull,
Okay.
the Jurassic Park one.
Okay.
It's great. Um, I built the donut
Okay.
truck, the slushy van,
Yep.
smaller stuff that I can easily just be like, oh, I'll just set this over
I was saying
here.
you're not making any dents in those piles with those boxes there.
No, no. I used to do a modular every
Yeah.
Christmas. I'd build a new modular,
Okay.
but I think I'm 3 behind now. I think the Jazz Club. I'm doing them in release
Yeah. Okay.
order, so I think I'm on the Jazz Club is my
Okay.
next
Do you have all
one.
the originals?
I'm missing the first three,
That's
so Cafe Corner, Market Street, and Green Grocer. I don't have those, but everything else.
okay. Yeah, I lucked into a trade for the Green Grocer, but Cafe Corner and Market Street probably won't.
Yeah,
I can't. It's hard to justify. Um,
I mean, Green Grocery could almost part
yeah,
together, other than the
yeah,
slotted sand green 1x2
yep.
brick, but and Market Street's really not crazy anymore. You could
True.
probably easily piece that one together,
Yeah,
and even Cafe Corner now you could
yeah.
probably piece together.
Yeah.
But I don't. Ain't
No,
nobody got time for that,
I was
right? I
like,
need it in a
oh
box.
gosh, no, man.
Yeah,
Like the thought of that stresses me out. Like putting all that
yeah.
together. If somebody wants to do it and get me the best price and I can afford it, I'll pay
There you
for it.
go.
But yeah, other than that,
There you
no,
go.
yeah, not doing that. So, uh,
Yeah.
so what would you say your do you have any particular themes that you focus on set building wise, or is it just anything that catches your
Um,
attention?
I I love Jurassic Park. Obviously,
Mhm.
we've said. So I have all but like one set. I think I have all the
Okay.
Jurassic World,
Did you get
Jurassic
the
Park.
T Rex fossil, the big T Rex fossil? That,
hmm Ben actually helped me get that when I was in Colorado
oh,
a
nice.
few weeks ago.
Okay.
So just got that, and then I love Star Wars. Obviously,
Yep.
I have all the pirate sets. I'm pretty sure I have a complete Pirates of the Caribbean set.
Okay.
I like some city stuff. I'm like a closet
Sure.
city guy. Like I like city, but I don't build
Yeah, yeah. I
city
get
very
you.
often.
Yep.
All the Lord of the Rings, I have all that.
And this
All the castles,
this is all
not all the castle
this
stuff,
is all
but
in your piles.
Some is
Okay.
built, so, like all the new Lord of the Rings stuff, all in
Yeah. Okay.
piles. Like, yeah, yeah. The Shire's sitting in a box over here. The Barad-dûr's sitting up in my bedroom. I think Rivendell's in the stack that's going to kill me in my sleep. Yeah,
You
yeah.
have a good insurance policy over there, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
excellent insurance policy. So,
You might want to take out a life insurance policy for yourself in case that pile falls.
yeah, for real, for real.
Oh, that's good. So, all right. So, as I mentioned again, this is more so for the people who don't know you or haven't had the chance to interact with you. So, you are heavily involved, founders in Brick Slopes,
Yep,
which originated in Utah, and you guys just had your first event in Colorado. And
yep,
then you're also in BBG Forge. So you have two big things going on here. So
yep.
let's start with Brick Slopes. So
Okay,
that started back in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
that's correct.
So,
Yep,
so
just had a 10-year
that's what I was,
anniversary.
that's what I was curious. So
Yeah,
technically, though, if I'm again not mistaken, you did not celebrate in 2020,
and
correct? Yeah.
20.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Did you guys do?
10 years, nine
Yeah,
tries.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, did you do anything virtually that year, or it was just a scrap year?
Uh, we did not, but I actually drove people's individual swag to their
Oh,
house, like
nice.
to a lot of AFOLs in
Yep.
Utah, and we did a brick that said hashtag Mark
Okay.
Safe.
That's
And
I like that. That's really
so,
cool.
yeah, so we didn't actually do that one, but it was our 10
Okay.
year anniversary. So,
Yep. All right. So let's backtrack a little bit because this is what I'm really curious about. So what was the origination story to Brick Slopes? How did this all come about?
yeah, so me, my buddy Steve, and my other buddy Travis, we went to Bricks Cascade in
Yep.
Oregon.
Okay.
That was 2013, and we were driving home, and Travis is like, "Why don't we have one at home?" And I'm like, "That is an
Yeah.
excellent question.
Yeah.
Why don't we?" And so the rest they say is
And
history.
that's
We
that.
just were like, "Let's
Yeah.
do this." So me, Steve, and another guy decided to
Okay.
start it, and
Yeah. So simple as that. Now, all
yeah,
right. So excuse the ignorance, but I'm on the other
okay.
side of the country
Yeah,
here. So
east side.
yeah. So and we don't have much, as you know. I mean, we have Brick Fair, but I think that's pretty much
Yep,
it.
yep.
So the venue that you guys are that
Mhm.
where you're set up now, is it the same venue that you started, or has it changed over the years?
So we actually started there, did a couple years there, and then we did a couple years at a college
Okay.
gymnasium. Oh man, did it
No, no.
freeze? It's froze.
Oh, are you frozen? I can hear you. I can
Danger.
hear you. You're moving on my end.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. I was like, oh
You were
no.
talking and moving still, so I don't know why it was
Oh,
frozen.
weird. I was
You're.
like, oh
It looks
crap.
like you were casting some Star Wars or not
This
Harry
is not
Potter
the
stuff.
stream. You don't know. Anyways, so yeah, we did it at a college down south, closer to my land for a couple of years, and then we actually have gone back to the
Okay.
original place.
Okay.
So
Now the remind me the city that's in.
it's in Sandy, but it's close to Salt Lake.
Okay.
So it's kind of all in the same valley. So it's like all attached together. So like
Gotcha.
you drive through and all the
Okay.
cities are attached. But yeah,
Um. So
Sandy, Utah.
so like logistically speaking, like the first year that you guys set up, how did like what did you even do to know like how to get a show up and running?
We, we actually reached out to
Mhm.
Todd, so who runs Brick
Okay.
Fair, and he gave my business partner Steve a lot of really good
Oh,
info.
nice. Okay.
And obviously, we were like, okay, we've been to other conventions. Like I'd been to BrickCon, I've been to Bricks Cascade. Those were my first two Lego
Okay.
conventions. And so it's like, well, what do we want to do? We kind of want to, so it's kind of emulated over those three
Sure.
shows. We kind of took little bits from those and made our
Okay.
own, but essentially the same thing.
Okay.
The only major difference is we ended up buying a ton of Lego to have a brick pit because there's so many kids in
Sure.
Utah, which other conventions don't really do that
Mhm.
as much. And so we had a brick pit
Okay.
that kids can play
Nice.
in. And so that's kind of our, because Utah, we have lots
Yeah.
of
Okay.
kids. So that was kind of the thing.
So now the let's ignore Colorado for a second because that's a new experience. But so the one in Utah. So
Mhm.
would you say because there's so many kids in Utah, is it more kid driven, or what? Like, what's the AFOL presence like compared, or how's it
So
changed?
yeah, our first year was probably like 80 AFOLs.
Okay.
Last year was almost 600
Oh, nice,
AFOLs.
nice. Okay,
So as far as like show goes, we are very AFOL
okay,
centric. But as far as like the public, we cater to the public in some respect
okay.
a lot more.
Sure.
But yeah, it's definitely a very AFOL centric driven show.
Okay. So now, when did the idea pop up to move or to have a second show in Colorado?
You ironically,
Okay.
years ago,
Okay.
we were gonna try to, because there wasn't really anything in the middle,
Yeah.
right? There, between like Idaho and Wyoming and Colorado and New Mexico and Arizona there and Nevada, there wasn't really anything in that middle chunk. Like all the cons were either on the East Coast or West
Sure.
Coast. Chicago was like East
Well,
Coast for
yeah,
me, even though I know it's in the
technically. Yeah,
middle. But
technically.
but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
that's where the cons were, or
Oh,
Texas,
yeah, true.
at the bottom,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
this. And so we were like, yeah, let's do this. And we, had grandeur plans of going in multiple places 4 times a year.
Okay.
But then God, what was it? 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we were in Brick World. We ran into some new friends that were from Colorado.
Okay.
And that kind of more pushed that over, like Larry, Nikki, and Mike.
Okay. All right.
And that's more kind of where we're like, let's make this happen. Let's,
Sure.
So
Now,
that's kind of that kind of
what was the expectation and what was the end result? Was it more than you expected or on par for what you guys expect? The Colorado event, was it on par or more? Or?
It was an excellent AFOL result, in my opinion.
Good.
We had over 250 AFOLs, and for a first try, it was really good.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, so that's really awesome. Lego even sent a rep out, which they generally don't to non-recognized shows, which was really cool.
Okay.
We piloted a F1 build thing for kids for Lego,
Sweet.
which was really cool. So, but part of that was because we already had our relationship with Lego, from Utah.
Sure.
So that helped.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, take any sort of help you can get, I mean, that marketing for sure. So,
yeah.
Now, what would you say, like when somebody says brick slopes? What would, if you had to use just like a few words that would come to mind? If somebody says, "Oh, have you been to brick slopes?" Like, what would you hope comes to a person's mind that they would highlight about your shows or your conventions?
AFOL community, swag, and that's it.
That's good enough for me. Sold.
Yeah. I mean, a couple years ago, Josh Hanlon coined me the king of swag. He said of all the conventions he had been to in the world, Brick Slopes was the swaggiest convention in the world. So,
where is that marketing material somewhere?
No, I mean,
I mean, hey, you have a first try shirt. I mean, where's that? That should be a shirt.
There's if you go to shop.brickslopes.org, you could have bought this shirt, but now you can't because this was the Colorado limited edition.
See,
first try.
Yeah, but see, as much as I like that, I wouldn't feel right because I wasn't there. So
yeah,
I couldn't market properly.
We have we usually do shirts that people really like. We usually get the Legos like, hey, don't do that again. But yeah. So.
You know what? I was told one time that when you're dealing with something like a company like Lego, that you do until they tell you don't.
Yeah, totally.
So
we had minifigs years ago on our website, just kind of like in the corners, and they were hyperposed from the video games. And we got a very nicely worded email that said don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's I mean, that's just all you can do. You're just trying to do something, and so do until you're told don't. So that also would make a good shirt. Do until you're told don't. I like that too.
Yeah, and there's too many good Lego shirts out there now. Like I
Yeah,
have over 100 Lego shirts, which is
I need
ridiculous. But
more.
yeah,
I know I need more.
yeah,
I'm that's what I usually like in my any lives or something. Like usually I do the Lego shirts, and that's people always say, "Where'd you get that shirt?" Or and I'm like, so I need more because I'm kind of running out of Lego apparel. So I'll stop out and see. I'll see what you got there. So
there you go.
all right. So BBG Forge,
Yep.
your other baby. Uh, Want to give me the rundown? Where? How did that start? What year? Just give me the lay of
Yeah.
the land for that.
So BBG Forge, my buddy Corey was working at Bricks and
Okay.
Minifigs, and oh, there you go. Brian says brickbingbyjill.com has
I was
other brick slope shirts you
Zach.
can
I
buy,
was
or
gonna bring
other
that
Lego
up, so
shirts.
that tells me okay. Well, there's the plug
There you
there
go.
because I was gonna tell you to plug it. So there it is. Okay.
There you go.
Yep.
Brickbingbyjill.com.
Okay.
All the Lego shirts you
I will
need.
check that out. I appreciate that. Thank you.
But yeah, so he was doing printing and he's like, we could do this. And I was like, yeah, let's try it. And so I'm like, let's give it a try. And so 3 or 4 years ago, bought a printer. We started doing custom stuff. And yeah, really, my buddy is the one, Corey makes the magic. And then I just try to sell it away.
Okay.
So
Yep. So now, so that's it's pad printing, correct?
it's UV.
Oh, it's
So we
just
don't
UV. Okay.
it's
Okay. So I don't want to do any like trade secrets because I don't know if that's a thing or not. But so what can you just explain like how the UV printing works?
yeah. So essentially what it does is it's just like a normal printer. It goes like
Okay.
this, goes back and forth, sprays the ink, and then the UV light comes back over the top of it and dries it.
Oh,
So
interesting.
that's the UV. So when you go to the Lego store that
Yeah.
has the minifig
Yeah.
maker, those little torso things, it's the exact same machine,
Oh,
exact same
oh.
process.
So now I'm learning here. Okay, because I always heard the pad printing term, which I didn't understand what that.
Yeah, so pad printing is where Lego, from their major factories,
Yeah.
it takes a pad, stamps
Oh,
the ink, and then
oh,
presses it
I
on the
see.
Lego,
Okay,
but they have to press each individual
I see.
color, where the UV printer can just print CMYK. Yeah,
Oh,
so it's a lot more efficient. But like guys like Brick Croc Press, he's doing pad
yeah,
printing and he's hardcore and
yeah,
he's,
yeah. Yeah.
you know, Citizen Brick,
Yep.
he does pad printing,
Interesting.
you know.
Huh.
So
I can't even
yeah.
imagine UV printing sounds like to buy the machinery sounds expensive.
The machine itself is like 20K if
Okay.
you want to get started.
Yeah. Okay.
One cartridge of ink is like $125 and it takes 6 cartridges. So it's
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did that company start?
We started officially, I think it was about three
Okay.
years ago ish.
And
Yeah.
that started as the UV printing just straight from the get-go?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. We went
So
straight into custom.
okay. So for those that are rewatching, I don't know who was all in here. Maybe they haven't been to your website, but do you just want to kind of go over like some of the things that you guys offer?
Oh yeah, bbgforge.com, real
Yep.
easy. Boop. I'm like, there's a
Ah,
QR code. You
yeah, there
probably
it is.
can't scan
Yep.
that.
Yep.
That's not going to work
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
that. That's not going to.
Nice thought
Maybe
though.
4 years, Jody. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
It's 3 or 4
Yep.
years. I don't know. But yeah, so basically we do custom orders, which a lot of the guys that do custom won't take small orders, but that's kind of where we will. If you do a $25 deposit, uh, we'll do a custom order. Like I'm gonna probably. Well, this is for Shy Time is my
Oh,
time. He's
nice.
got sitting on a
Yep.
stoop, so we're working on an order for
Okay.
him right now. We do custom mix
Oh,
figs
nice.
for him. We've done it for
Okay.
Roger. So yeah, convention bricks we do tiles. People, there's a guy that wanted to um, put him on a tank and
Oh,
had to make it look like a
yeah.
tank, and it had different little like symbols, and we did that.
Oh, that's
And
pretty cool.
we've done an F1 race car years
Okay.
ago
Yeah.
where we're printing on dishes for tires, and we try to do stuff that we like. We're heavy castle and pirate guys,
Okay.
so we have a lot of castle figs. We've got monks and like
Nice.
knights, and we have battle damage shields with like sword slashes in
Okay.
the
Yep. So,
shields. And
so you guys can you can make the scenes come to life because you can make the pieces that actually make things look like they're actually part of a scene and everything's not new and clean and fresh. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Corey's very
yeah,
meticulous. There we
okay,
go. To make it kind of look like
yep,
Lego, like it would blend in with
yeah,
Lego. So the stuff we do, we want it to look
okay,
Legoized, but still custom. So like if you saw it, you'd be like, this looks
yeah,
similar, right?
okay, yep. Now, and it's all on there. Is it's Lego pieces that you guys
Yeah,
do?
so we
Okay,
use all authentic Lego parts. There's a few, like I'll note it if we don't. We've used like some custom capes, like for
sure,
our Faramir figure.
okay,
He has a custom cape. But then yeah, we use all like actual parts
okay,
that are Lego.
yep.
So
Okay. And then since it was shouted out, and I did want to mention it, so Brick Bling by Jill, which is also on the BBG Forge website.
yep,
Uh, Again, stupid question, but
yeah, good.
anybody out there who might not know, Jill. Who's Jill?
Jill is Brian's
Okay, gotcha.
wife. So Brian is my business partner for Brick
Okay, yep,
Slopes. He's one of them, and so he basically does all the shirt
okay,
stuff.
yep,
And so his wife Jill, that's her website. She does the custom made jewelry, and then they have the shirts as well,
okay.
and other like they have these picture frames where if you want to have custom backdrop for your
Oh, nice.
minifigs,
Okay,
they do stuff like
okay.
that. So
So a lot of value added uh, products. Okay, very, very nice. So,
yeah,
so yes, you guys. I mean, I just pulled up the website here. So, anything from complete minifigs, minifig accessories, mock accessories, minifig parts, custom. I mean, you name it, you guys do it. And then on top of that, the swag. So you got. Is it? Do you just do shirts, or do you do any other types of apparel?
uh, we've started to. We haven't listed anything on the website yet. Right now,
Okay.
it's just shirts.
Okay.
But Brian, if on the Brick Bling by Jill, I'm sure he can get you whatever you want as far as apparel goes.
Fair
So,
enough. Okay. Well, noted. Yeah, but see,
yeah.
here's my. This is where I think we all have a dilemma in the Lego world. So obviously we have to buy sets or we have to buy bulk, so that's money. And then it's like I want Lego clothes, I want hats, shirts. And it's like, okay, well, I'll spend money on that. And then it's like, oh well, there goes some of my Lego budget. So yeah, that's awesome. Look. I mean, it's amazing stuff, man. It's just you have to really budget when it comes to getting all this stuff. You know, man. Look at you. You are all decked out. So where's all this stuff from?
Well, so this is my friend Allie in Tennessee. She does these
Okay.
bands. It's Moxie bands.
Yep.
So Moxxie
Okay.
Moxie
Yep.
bands. But she made me a custom band for me, and my friends had this ring made for me. Brian and a couple
So
others, Steve.
who has to kiss the ring? That's all I'm going to ask.
Yeah, I had this one made for me because this is my personal crest.
Okay. Yep. I like that.
So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
I came across you guys probably over, when I first started, and I was just like, the beard. I mean, the beard drew me in because I had the beard, and then I kind of
yep,
I shaved and I went away for a little bit, and then I came back on. I was like, I have to commit. I need to get my shirt. I need to commit. Um,
yep,
I need to find out how to, become one at some point. So I hope to see you at some point down the road here, and maybe I'll be one of those lucky ones to join.
yep.
I'm not asking. I'm not
I know.
asking. I'm just mentioning.
Boone built this mosaic for the guild,
Oh wow,
so
I didn't even see that back there. Oh, that's awesome.
that was built by Boone, and then Mark built another one, and that's on the other
That
side of
is
the wall.
awesome. Is
So
is it 3D or is it? Yeah,
it is
that is
very 3D.
amazing.
I'm not gonna
No,
get it
no,
down
that's
because it's
okay.
scary,
I
but
can just tell you, like you can see the accent that it
oh
looks like it's popping out.
yeah,
Man, that is
yeah,
incredible. Well, you certainly have a nice group of people that certainly know what they're doing around you. So
oh yeah,
I
for
was
sure.
looking at the, obviously seeing all the Colorado pictures up, and I mean, just amazing people that I've come across that I saw together there. I mean, you guys look like you had a blast.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing is we like having the Lego convention to hang
Mhm.
out with our Lego friends. That's kind of
Yep,
like the biggest chunk of it.
yep.
It's and everybody's our friend, and we have a good
That,
time. So
that's how it should
I
be.
made several new
Yeah.
friends in Colorado, which was great. So yeah,
So I know I asked you this the other day, and of course, the one year I choose to go to Brick World because I'm, still kind of new to this. So this is my first year, and I find out you're not going. So this is the first year in a while, right? That you haven't been
yeah,
there. Of course.
this will be. I want to say, yeah, I've been the last 4 years in a row
Yeah.
ish.
Okay. All right. Well,
I don't know. I'm really conflicted. My buddy Ben's there. Jody's usually there, but a lot of people are not going this year, and so I
what did
just
I do? Did I
I don't know.
scare everybody off or something? Like, yeah, well, Keith's going. We're not going to go this year.
No, it's just Brickworld's a
It
lot,
is.
right? Like last year it
I
was 1,900 people, and it was a lot.
okay.
Like it
Yeah.
was intense. Nikki will
Okay.
be
Good.
there. That's
Okay.
right. Nikki's
All right.
going.
Okay.
You can say hi to
Okay.
Nikki.
I'd
So
trade for Nikki over you then. So.
that's fair. That's fair. She's definitely better. So,
Well, so you know what? I better.
uh,
I have what I have. Well, I still have a month. I need to get a shirt ordered. Now, yeah, anybody can buy the shirts, right? So that's just
oh
common. Okay.
yeah. So basically, our shirt on the website is the supporter
Yeah.
shirt.
Okay.
So the supporters have no text on it, and then members in the guild actually get shirts with text that say "Bearded Builders Guild" on it.
So
So
just remind me again because I don't want to screw anything up. What are the
you're
rules
good.
again to become part of the guild?
Yeah. So the BBG is one, not be baby faced; two, build awesome mocks;
Okay.
and three, don't be a twit.
Okay.
So yeah.
I just built a mock that got our lug the ability to go display with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't know if that counts.
Oh, I do love pirates. I guess you're gonna have to bring it to Brick Slopes. This year our theme
Oh,
is a pirate's life for me,
oh
so
man, you're that's in August, right?
it sure
Ah,
is. You're gonna have to
jeez.
make it work now.
Oh man, you're killing me here. Okay, all right.
21st through the 24th or 25th, something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to look into that. So,
Now you got to commit.
what? Oh man, then I have to. I don't think I could pull that drive off. How do you even go about mailing or shipping a mug?
I did have a friend ship a crane to Chicago from Utah, UPS, which was scary.
Oh, I guess yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
oh man, that
yeah.
that makes me cringe.
It depends how fragile the mock is, I guess. But
Well,
or
uh,
you could just come hang out and have a good
that's
time
true.
too.
Yeah, I could just bring pictures. I could just take pictures and
Oh yeah, there you go. We'll just hang it on the wall.
I could get the big like 16 by 20 pictures or something like that. That could work.
Yeah, I definitely would not make that drive. Like I drove to Oklahoma one time, and I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah, that sounds. Oh man,
It was like 17 hours, and I'm like, no.
Oh, I'm gonna have a tough time because we go to South Carolina there right in the middle of August, so it literally like I'd be getting home and then turning around. But I'm not complaining about that. If
It'd
I can make it
be
happen,
worth it. I
yeah.
promise.
All right, I got to check on flights. Okay, all right. Well, don't hold me
And
to it, but I am gonna look into it.
we'll pick you up from the airport.
Ooh, okay,
Yep.
all right,
And the hotel rate right now is like 130 a night, I think. So
okay.
it's not bad.
You know what? I can't help. Anytime I see "Do It," I always read it in Palpatine's voice. So as soon as
Oh, 1,000% every time.
now I
Do
feel
it.
because Palps is my guy here, so now I feel extra pressured to do it. So
Hmm. I just unlocked him on Lego Fortnite this morning.
oh
I was really happy.
oh
So
that's beautiful. Ah, that's a beautiful thing. Oh man, okay. Well, that's added pressure I wasn't expecting tonight.
you're
So I
welcome.
appreciate that. That's what we do in this community. We inadvertently pressure people
We
into
peer
doing.
pressure we peer pressure people to have a
So
good time. So
I
yeah.
actually I call it passion pressure because it's a passion.
Ooh,
So I passion pressure.
I like that.
So
Passion pressure.
passion pressure.
Okay.
So
We can make that a brick. That could be your
ooh
custom brick.
ooh okay. All right. I'll reach out. All right. Well, I know you have to get to the Lego store. So last thing, because I know some people might not have heard. So what again? You have the new Lego store coming in Utah. So what
Yep.
are you allowed to say what you guys are putting up in the display at the Lego store with the lug?
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what my leg's bringing, but I'm taking my Tower of Isengard
Okay.
that I built a decade ago. It's 7 feet
Oh
tall and
wow,
about 15,000 bricks. And
that's
yeah,
a big one.
so it's in the van right now.
Okay.
It's all loaded up.
Well,
So yeah, our leg's just doing like 5 tables worth of display out front of the store
oh, so
for
they're
the next
actually
couple of days.
having like making a big deal out of it and letting the lug do. Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
we're going full bore. It's their email was like, oh, very
Okay.
professional. We all have to be wearing our lug
Yeah.
shirts, so it's all the same.
Okay.
And
Well, I
yeah,
mean, That's a really nice opportunity though for you guys.
Yeah, yeah, pretty. I mean, it's Utah's fourth store, but I'm just happy that it's a
Well,
lot closer to me.
right.
So
Yeah. No, I know. Like mine's like 45 minutes on a good day, and that even reducing that by 15 minutes down to 30, like you'll have, I mean, that's a huge difference. So,
yeah, yeah,
um, all right. Well, then I guess I have some homework to do here about August in Utah. I've never been to
yeah,
Utah. I've never been past Wisconsin, so that'd be my first
yeah.
Western trip.
See, there you go. First try.
Do I get a first try? Like, it doesn't have to be that, but do I get
I
some
get
sort of first try?
you actually will. So Brick Slopes, we do a first try brick if
Ah,
it's your first
okay.
try. So
All right, fair enough. I mean, you're just adding the incentives on it for me here. So, all
we are very swaggy, so it happens. So
right, one more time before we go, because this will be going up on YouTube for anybody who missed it. Also, will be going on Instagram. If you just want to shout out one more time, any websites, any social medias you want to toss out there, spotlight
yeah.
yours.
So shirts wise, you want to go to brickblingbyjill.com for shirts. If you need any custom bricks or anything, bbgforge.com. And then obviously you got to register for Brick Slopes, brickslopes.com, August 21st through the 24th this year. A Pirate's Life for me is the theme.
Man,
Again, swaggiest convention in the world, and it will be a delightful time. So
sometimes things just fall in place, so you just gotta roll with the punches.
you do.
Well, I will look forward. I'm assuming you'll put some pictures up from the Lego store when you guys are all done. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I guess my shameless plug, it's just
Yep.
Codio0937 is my
Yep.
Instagram. Obviously Brick Slopes, same thing, Brick
I
Slopes.
uh,
And then
I will put all that.
BBG Forge.
Okay.
Yeah, easy stuff.
I'll put all
They're all
that
the same.
on your when I post a video on YouTube. I'll have all those links attached to you as well. So,
Cool.
all right,
Easy.
Cody, I really appreciate your time. Sorry for
Yeah.
all the misfires we had starting off there. So.
Again, it's first try. Don't worry about it.
Anybody watching, make sure your Instagram app is updated. That's all I will say. So,
Freaking Instagram.
and get an Apple iPhone, and I'll leave it at that. So,
Yeah.
all right, Cody, I appreciate your time. Seriously, it's a pleasure meeting you,
Yeah.
and
No,
I
thanks
will
for having me.
for sure. I'll look forward to meeting you in person. So, all
Absolutely.
right, have a
I'll
good
see
rest
you
of
in
the night.
August.
Fingers crossed. Thanks,
Okay.
Cody.
Have
All
a good
right,
night.
see everybody. Have
Yep.
a good
Thanks.
one. All right, bye.
Bye.